It's time we up the quality a little bit around here. You guys have been really good to me, so it's time I pay my fair share and invest a little bit more into the quality of my videos here. It's funny because I've had this camera sitting around for a long time, and I may have filmed maybe one or two videos at the most with this camera. So yeah, it's time to put it to some use. I actually have like an entire setup. Like right now, I have my camera that I bought when I was a kid. Like I bought this camera when I was 16 because I've always enjoyed this kind of stuff, but I wasn't always super confident in creating. And I have like a light here as well. I used to have these gigantic stage lights. Like they were massive. And then I just switched to one of these ring lights, and I think honestly it's almost as good. Like it does the job. And then I have this tripod as well, and a mic. So I think we're all set for the next little while. I don't know how good it is for vlogging, but we'll cross that path when we get there. I just want to talk for a few minutes. I think you guys know that I really like to keep it casual around here, but I still want to keep the quality of my message understandable and versatile, if that makes sense. And what's been on my heart tonight has been passion. Like a lot of passion. I'm a pretty passionate person. Let's get in the center here. Yeah. So I'm a pretty passionate person. Like I have a passionate personality. I have high energy. When I enjoy something, do not have a struggle to be able to focus when I enjoy something. When I'm doing something I enjoy, I can't stop, actually. And that's one of the things that I really like about myself. The only thing is sometimes when this high energy or these passions, this desire, this fire that you might have in your heart, when you have those goals and those passions and the energy to go along with it to help you persevere towards those passions, when they're not being used towards the right thing, it can kind of be a waste. And they can go towards other things because you only have so much energy in a day, and you have to factor in sleeping and everything as well. It's really interesting. I was actually at my spin class earlier, and after I did my spin, I went into the sauna for a bit, and I swear some of the best conversations you have are in the sauna. So I've had many good chats in the sauna, and tonight in particular I met someone who I had a really nice chat with just about giving up like the partying and drinking lifestyle. And he was a little bit younger than me, and we were just talking a little bit about like what brought us into the gym, like how long we had been working out and what started our fitness journey. I've been working out since I was maybe 16 or 17, and I really started to get into it when I was around 19. Prior to giving my life to Jesus, prior to finding my faith, fitness was one of the first things that I took a serious step in dedicating my life into, my adult life into, at least. That and video creation, I would say. So we got talking about it, and we had a really nice conversation, and we started talking about how our energy was being wasted. We both had this realization in life that we were wasting our energy towards things that we weren't actually passionate about. For him, it was partying and all of that, and I mean, I can relate with that as well. But for me, it was even things like comparison, like wasting a lot of energy in self-comparison and self-criticism. I would make a video, and then I would spend maybe 15-20 minutes making a video, and then maybe 1 to 2 hours editing it, and then I would spend hours criticizing it. There's nothing wrong with having attention to detail, but mine wasn't in the context of a healthy analyzing. it was like a self-criticism. And that might be partly because, well, not everyone does video creation. I love it and it's my passion. And it helps me feel fulfilled, and I wouldn't give it up for anything. But that doesn't mean everyone understands. Especially going through school, I have a lot of, I have a big heart for for younger people who want to do video creation. Those in high school, middle school, because I've been there, and people don't always understand. I remember I was referred to sometimes as like the YouTuber or the video kid, and that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like sometimes it was almost like painted as my identity. Like I might enjoy video making, but that's not entirely who I am. It's part of who I am, but I'm also a human being with my own self and my own passions and interests. Just because you make videos, that doesn't mean it takes up your whole identity. So sometimes these things can get a little overstepped sometimes, whether it's by others or ourselves, or sometimes a combination of both, where sometimes the feedback of others or the criticism can sometimes seep into our minds. And to be very clear, it's okay to feel. You're allowed to feel your emotions, every single one of your emotions. You're allowed to feel disappointed if someone judges you or criticizes you, or someone you thought had your back but actually didn't. When their true colors start to show, when you take that step of faith and of boldness for what you love to do, and someone unfollows you or someone cuts you off or someone criticizes you, you're allowed to feel the disappointment for that. But it's also reminding yourself that your energy is so precious and you only have a certain amount of it, and not allowing it to be wasted for prolonged periods of time, I think, is important. Because, yeah, I mean, we got a hustle culture out there, and many young people, I think myself included, and many of my peers, we fall pretty strongly into that hustle culture nowadays, more than ever, I think. We've always been in a world of innovation, and that's part of the reason why we have things like, well, iPhones and brand new cars and all of that, and all of like AI, right? Like, we wouldn't have this without the evolutionary history that we so undeniably carry. It's incredible when you go back. If you've ever gone on to the Back in Time videos, you can go and watch a video from back 100 or 200 years ago, and it's incredible. It truly is remarkable how different life was. We say 200 years ago today, the year was 1825. There was no World War I, there was no World War II yet. The Titanic had just sank 12, 13 years ago. Okay, tech aside, like, I don't think the first camera was invented. I think the first phone was just being pioneered. Clothing fashion had barely changed leading up until the late 1800s. People in the 1800s were still dressing very, very similar to years leading up until that point. And now, in our past 200 years, we have had more evolution, more innovation than one could fathom. Like, literally, a new iPhone comes out every year. I'm still rocking my 11 here, and I'm kind of happy with it, to be honest. Like, it kind of comes into that simple living of, like, I have all that I need in this phone, and I don't have to go and buy the brand new one. Sometimes I want to, and I probably will do that for maybe video reasons or whatever, but there's always something new. There's always something else coming. And we can kind of look at everyday life the same way. Like, there will be barriers in the road. There will be things that come up that we didn't expect, good or bad, really. There's always going to be things that are coming up. It's a fact of reality that we live in a go world. So I think it's important to just remind ourselves of the things that we love to do, and the passions that God has put into our heart. And again, like, that's where I personally find a lot of value and importance in self-care and mindfulness, and just growing closer to God. Like, everything we need is found in Him, and I believe that God gives us these gifts for a reason. He gives us specific people for a reason, and that he doesn't make mistakes. I believe that nature is a gift from God. I believe that going to the trail is a gift from God. We can even see in the scriptures that Jesus resorted to the wilderness all the time. Actually, in fact, the more widespread he became, the more he went into the wilderness. Like, what does that tell you? For me, as a follower of Jesus, that is something that I look up to. Yeah, it's great. Unfortunately, it is a little harder in wintertime. It's not winter yet, so I'm trying to get the most out of it. I probably should be going more. But through these things, we can really connect with God, and through connecting with God, we can connect with our true selves, the version of ourselves that we could only seemingly dream of. We all have that dream version of ourselves, but how many of us are actually willing to do what it takes to get to that dream version of ourselves? I know a lot of people who have a lot of potential, and I can see it, that they're not serving their full potential. And it's important to speak truth, but it's also being patient with others and with yourself. Yeah. But yeah, I do think that there's a lot of value in spending time with the Lord and spending time with yourself. I don't think spending time in solitude with the Lord can be replicated or replaced. Whether it's in your bedroom, or it's in nature, or it's in church. Technically, you don't have to be only in church to spend time with the Lord. I think we all know, I hope we all know this. He's everywhere. I believe he's right here with me, speaking through me. I hope so. And he's so good. Yeah. It doesn't mean life is easy. Even when we follow our passions, things do come up in the road. But the difference is, when you have that passion that you are so actively pursuing and giving your all for, the Lord sees that. And if this is a call that he has put into your heart, that call will sustain you. God will sustain you through that calling. When you do something you love so much, that even when the difficulties arise, you still love what you're doing, you'll be unstoppable. And you see it all the time. Like, this is marketed all the time nowadays. Like, do what you love. Do what makes you happy. Sure. But how do we find that out? There's a lot of things that we could say make us happy, right? So I believe that the way we truly find what God has called for us is we spend time with him. And I believe that God is the one who will highlight what we are meant to do and who we are meant to be in him. And it's someone who is so much stronger and braver and just transformed. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to make a quick little video. It's getting pretty late. This was... I'm actually really glad that I filmed on my camera. Like, I've been watching on the screen here, and the difference in quality is remarkable. My goodness. I'll definitely have to be using this more. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be following from now on I'm going to be doing my best to follow a consistent upload schedule with my camera, because I think it's time. I want to take that next step. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you soon.